Hello, good morning. Uh, we started with elasticity of demand last time. We saw the definition of elasticity of demand. What is the necessity of demand chapter is to be learned. That also we have discussed. So, what is elasticity of demand? Elasticity of demand means responsiveness given by the consumer to small change in price. This response by consumers may be more or less. So, to what extent the response is given is explained in this chapter where law of demand has failed, and that is why we are seeing this chapter. Now we saw there are three types of elasticity of demand. One is price elasticity of demand. Second is income elasticity of demand, and third, cross elasticity of demand. In price elasticity of demand, we learn what is the response given by various consumers to the rise or fall in price. In second type, we saw income elasticity of demand, in which what is the response of the consumers when their income changes. If income reduces to some extent or increases to some extent, what will be the response? Third, we saw, and that is cross elasticity of demand. In this, what is the response to one product which is complementary and substitute? So, in case of substitute, response to a fall in Colgate price, response given by its competitors Pepsodent or Vicovagin. So this is what is the percentage fall or rise in case of competitors. In case of complementary goods, we saw car and petrol, pain and ink. Nowadays ink is not used. So that is we saw last time. Now today we will learn types of price elasticity of demand. There are 5 types of price elasticity of demand, and these are perfectly elastic or infinite elastic demand. Second, perfectly inelastic demand. Third, unit or unity elasticity of demand. Fourth, demand is more elastic, relatively more elastic demand. And fifth is relatively less elastic demand or relatively inelastic demand. So these are the 5 types of price elasticity of demand. Now, in each point, how to write in exam. So each point, that is, for example, perfectly inelastic demand. You have to give definition, then second, whether it is found in actual life or not, numerically how it is to be presented, point number 3, and point number 4, graphical representation of inelastic or perfectly inelastic demand curve. So first point is definition. So what is the definition of perfectly elastic demand? The definition is when a negligible change in price of a commodity results into demand which is not measurable. It means demand is small fall in price results into demand. People go on buying goods because there is fall in price. It is not measurable. But so this cannot happen. In other words, perfectly inelastic demand is not found in actual life. I have explained second point. First point, definition. When small fall in price results into demand which is not measurable is called perfectly elastic demand. Perfectly or infinite elastic demand. So, second point I told you, such elasticity of demand is not found in actual life because one can measure effect of fall in price. So, third point, this is an extreme case which is hardly found in actual life. So, how it is to be shown numerically and how it is shown in diagram, I will show you from the textbook. See, this is perfectly elastic demand. O-axis shows quantity demanded. Y-axis shows price. When the price is OP because of fall, the demand is showing increase. It is not measurable. So it is parallel to x-axis. So parallel to x-axis means it is not measurable. So I explained diagrammatic presentation of perfectly elastic demand. So elastic demand is equal to this. This is the numerical way of explanation. So it is infinite. So these are the points you should explain for perfectly elastic demand. So demand curve is parallel to x-axis. Now coming to second type. Second type is perfectly inelastic demand. Again, this point is divided into 4 to 5 points. First is definition. When there is major fall or rise in price of a commodity, when it results into no change in the demand, no change in the quantity demanded. Consumers gives no response. Under such circumstances, it is said that the demand is perfectly inelastic. Any change in the price, however large it may be, the effect to this change is zero by the consumers. No change in the quantity demanded, no response. So, definition. Now, second point, again, this is very extreme case. Point number 2, not found in actual life. There will be small response, whatever it may be negligible, but there has to be some response given by the consumers to fall or rise in price. So second point I have explained that it is not found in actual life because it is extreme case. Third point, numerically, EOD, elasticity of demand, is zero. For example, if there is fall in price by 10% or 5%, but there is no change in the demand, so EOD is equal to 0 upon 10, which will be always 0. So, numerically, with the help of this formula, it can be explained. Now, coming back to graphical representation of perfectly inelastic demand. In my notes, I have not given any diagram, and that is why I am showing you the diagrams of textbook, because I make students to draw the diagram, at least they will draw once. That is why I am not showing my notes, because there is no diagram. So let me show you graphical presentation of demand curve when demand is perfectly inelastic. See, this is perfectly inelastic demand curve. How? So OX shows quantity demanded, OY shows price. Now when price was OP, quantity demanded was OQ. Again I repeat, when price was OP, quantity demanded was OQ. This is demand curve. Now price first rises to P1. Suppose it is 10 now, it is 15. Demand was 10. So demand is unchanged. Demand is 10 only. So when price was OP, when it rises to P1, demand is same. No change in the demand. When price falls to P2 and no response given by the consumers, demand is 10 only, or demand is OQ. So rise in price or fall in price, no response given by the consumer, demand curve is vertical to x-axis. Now numerically ED is equal to 0. So this is how you have to explain demand curve in case of perfectly inelastic demand. So second type of price elasticity of demand we saw. Now we will go to next. Now, other three price elasticity of demand falls in these two extreme cases which are found in actual life. So, when EOD, that is elasticity of demand, is 1, when elasticity of demand is more elastic, and third is less elastic. Now, in case of unit or unity elasticity of demand, when a change in price brings an exactly same proportion in change in demand, it is called unit or unit elasticity of demand. It shows that with a given fall in price, the quantity demanded or response given by the consumer is same. Means, suppose fall in price is from 10 to 8 and the demand is 20. Now if price falls from 10 to 8, the demand will rise from 20 to 22. Means fall is by 2, rise is from 20 to 22. So exact responsiveness given by the consumer to change in price is called unitary or unit elasticity of demand. Now this is the case which is actually found in life. So this is second point. Third point, you have to give example, that which I gave just now, in numerical way of giving example. And fourth point is so EOD is equal to 1. That is also another way of numerical presentation of unity or unitary elasticity of demand. So you have to give example. In case of first two, perfectly elastic or perfect inelastic, there is no example which cannot be given, because there is in the first case it is not measurable, second case there is no change in demand. But in second, third and fourth, whatever I am going to explain, you can give additional point by giving example. So first point, definition. Second point, example. Third point, found in actual life. Fourth point, EOD is equal to 1. And fifth point, graphical presentation of EOD in case of unit or unit elasticity of demand. I'll just show you from the textbook. See, unitary elasticity demand curve. OX axis shows quantity demanded, Y axis shows price. Now, when price was OP, the quantity demanded was OQ. Now, when price falls to P1, quantity demanded rises to Q1. So, this difference, this gap, what we do while correcting the papers, we see this gap is exactly the same or not. If this is 2 centimeter or 1 centimeter, this should be 1 centimeter. Then your answer is correct. Again I will repeat, the distance between difference in quantity demanded and rise or fall in price, this gap should be same. So while in exam you should draw by measuring it, draw 1 centimeter here, 1 centimeter here, and connect the lines, dot points, so that your answer will be correct. Now numerically, elasticity of demand is equal to 1. So this is the third type we saw, elasticity of demand. So you can share this video with your friends and students, so they can get the benefit of this. They can try to learn from my lectures. Now coming to next elasticity of demand is more than unity or relatively elastic demand or more elastic. These are the words which are coming in your exam. So you should try to write these words. Now, what is the definition of or meaning of more elastic demand? The demand for a commodity to a particular commodity is more elastic when small fall or rise in price, the response given by the consumer is more than proportion. The response given by the consumers is more than proportion means what? Suppose price is 20, demand is 20. If price falls to 19 and the demand is 30 or 25, this is the example of more elastic demand. Suppose price is 20, price is, and demand is 20. Price rises to 22 and demand, if results into 15, then this is called more elastic demand. Means response to a change in price, fall or rise in price, is more than proportion. It is called more elastic demand. Second point is that this demand is found in actual life. Third, you have to give example which I gave you just now. Fourth, how to show numerically. So numerically, EOD is greater than 1. How to show? I will show you from the textbook. And then fifth point is graphical representation of the example type we are learning. So I will come to that. This is relatively elastic demand or more elastic demand. Relatively elastic demand curve. Here, quantity demanded shown on x-axis, price on y-axis. Original price was OP and the quantity demanded was OQ. Now price falls from P1, P to P1, but the response given by the consumer is this much, from Q to Q1. Again, this is more response, how you can show in your diagram, how it is to be represented. This gap is more than the price response. Price falls by this much gap, but the demand gap is more. This is called the example of more proportionate demand. So, in case of relatively elastic demand or more elastic demand, this is how you have to draw. In this type, the slope of demand curve is flatter. This is flatter demand curve. See this. When we'll come to next point, you will come to know the difference. Now, numerically, ED is greater than 1. See, this is called greater than 1. This is how you have to explain more elastic demand or relatively elastic demand. Now, coming to last point, and that is relatively inelastic demand. Now, in this case, the consumer's response is less than 1. Means there is response, no doubt. Means when there is slight fall in price or rise in price, there is reduction or more response depending on the fall or rise in price. So consumers are giving response, but not much. So this is called relatively inelastic demand. Second point, found in actual life. Third point, for example, if the price is 10, demand is 10, price falls to 5. There is increase in the demand, a rise in demand, which is 12. So response given by the consumer to major fall in price is not much. Price has fallen by 5 rupees. No doubt there is rise in demand from 10 to 12, but the response is 2. Similarly, there is, price is 10, price rises to 13. Demand is 10. So demand falls from 10 to 9. So rise in price is 3, but fall in demand is by 1 only. So this is how you have to show give the example. Now, fourth point, numerically, EOD is less than 1. Elasticity of demand is less than 1. How to represent in diagram? Now, I will come to diagram. relatively inelastic demand curve. Y-axis demand, quantity demanded, y-axis price, OP. Price has fallen from P to P1. The response given by the consumer is also gone up from Q to Q1. But if you see this gap, if this gap from P to P1 gap is more, there is rise in demand, but this response is less. So this is how you have to show in diagram. So in this case, the slope of demand curve is steeper. See, in case of inelastic demand, the demand curve is steeper. In case of relatively elastic demand, the demand curve is flatter this way, and this is called steeper demand curve. So, while drawing your diagram, you should be careful while drawing it. Show this way as a flatter demand so that you can correctly represent your answer. Here it should be a little bit steeper like this so that this gap can be shown clearly. So this is how you have to show. So EOD is equal to less than 1. So these are the 5 types of price elasticity of demand. So far, so we saw the elasticity of demand, these are the types. Then we saw income elasticity of demand, and then cross elasticity of demand. Now we have to go to next question or next point, and that is, what are the factors determining elasticity of demand, or what are the determinants of elasticity of demand? It means why consumers give more response to certain goods, to change in price, why it is less. So this is to be explained. In case of necessities of goods, in case substitutes are available, in case of consumers' income, there are various factors which determines the elasticity of demand or responsiveness given by the consumer is more or less. So this question we will do in next lecture.